KD5UND, KD5UND, this is KD8SLG. Are you still tracking out there?
Before has it.
KD8SLG, KE8QKO. Just to let you know, Nick, we have a net starting up here in a few minutes.
KE8QKO. KD8SLG. Yeah, I think I watched the clock closer than all y'all. But Travis out in Oklahoma was working with his node, seeing how far he could get out before he lost it. Thought I'd give him another chance there. I fear there's to be some traffic on here for him to listen to, but not. And WB4AIZ, Chuck, I heard you in there, but I have no responsibilities here whatsoever tonight. And maybe Andy heard you and got you on the list. KD8SLG, clear.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. This is the pre-check portion of the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet. But before we get this show going, let's go ahead and do the Mickey Mouse roll call to make sure we have the crew here. Let's start at the top of the list. We have Nick, KE8QKO. Are you there?
KE8QKO, yes, Mike, I'm here. And I don't know, for me, you're coming in a little bit quiet, otherwise fully readable. But I have to turn my radio up a little bit more to hear what you make sure I may not everything you have to say. That's probably for the best because I'm guessing somebody else will be in quiet tonight as well. So, but yeah, just letting you know. Anyway, let's pass it back to you, sir. KE8QKO.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll just go ahead and talk a little bit louder. I'm just not quite awake yet. So I'll go ahead and clear with KE8QKO. I am here. I'm sure I sound like me. Let's just go to Orville and see what Just Nick is doing. KD8SLG. Hello.
KE8QWE. This is KD8SLG. Sound a lot better there, Mike, since you started raising your voice, that's for sure. Good call, Nick. And other than that, you sound as good as ever. So does QKO there. It was great spending some time with him yesterday. I'm here. I'm going to try to make it to the end. I'm tired. This is KD8SLG. Back to net control.
Okay, Nick, and like always, you sound fantastic. And of course, you were on a Yaesu radio, and I'm on an ICOM, so that's probably the difference. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD8SLG. Let's go up to Medina. KD8EPC, are you there?
KWE Internet, this is KD8EPC. I'm mobile. I'm here. I may or may not be here for the net because I'm going to be watching the Medina County Fair fireworks show starting at 10 p.m. KD8EPC, clear back to pre-net control.
W8WKY.
Okay, that sounds good. Go ahead and enjoy the fireworks. You know, I've seen a lot of fireworks, but I've never seen the ones at the Medina County Fair. I would imagine they're good. So I'll go ahead and clear with KD8EPC. Let's go to Burton, Andy, AB8MO. Hello.
This is AB8MO. I guess I sound like me. I am here, coming in on 47015. This is AB8MO.
Okay, Andy, you sound good. The only thing I noticed is just a little bit of a hum there, but overall, you're totally intelligible and readable and all of that good stuff. So, okay, looks like this part's done. If you'd like to get checked into the Sunday night edition of the net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Victor, Kilo, Phil.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Kilo Alpha, Josh in Akron.
WA8KOC, Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred in Akron.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel, Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin out of Strasbourg.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Foxtrot Tango. KE8 UFC, Fred and Medina.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. We'll go run down who we have on the list. And to start, we have Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Phil.
Hello, how are you doing? I'm fine. It's good to join you. And here, Nick at Nite, just Nick, buddy Nick, and it's good to hear the voices of familiar, friendly faces. Anyway, I'm gonna send it back over to you. I don't want to take up too much time. Get some other people to check in. With that, back to net control. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
Okay, Phil, I was just going to check real quick. Are you going to be here for the entire net, or are you in and out tonight?
Copy. I am planning on staying for the duration. Back to you.
Okay, Phil, that sounds good. I'll go ahead and clear with Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Let's go to KE8 VKA. Josh, hello.
KE8 VKA. Hey, everybody in the net. Hope wonderful. Yeah, I'll be sticking around, and I'll look forward to it. Back to you there. I think it's Mike. KE8 VKA, back to net pre-net control.
Okay, Josh, that sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8 VKA. Let's go to Strasbourg and talk to Ben. KE8 BHQ. Hello, Ben.
I'll be sticking around for the net tonight. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Back to net control.
Okay, Ben, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. And Fred, how's it going? KE8, QFT, hello.
KE8 QFT here. Fred, in northern Medina City. All is well. I'll be here to hear the question. KE8 QFT, back to the prenet.
Okay, Fred, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Okay, I have a few other people here on the net. Let's go to Florida and talk to Chuck. Whiskey Bravo 4 AIZ. Hello, Chuck. Whiskey Bravo 4 AIZ. Chuck, are you there?
KE8QWE, KD8SLG, WB4AIZ was in and out.
Okay, Nick, that sounds good. Okay, let's go and check with Fred in Akron. Whiskey Alpha 8, KOC.
Hey, Mike, good to be with you guys in here on your net this evening. Good to hear from everybody. Hopefully my pal Nick's arm and shoulder are doing a little bit better. Nice weekend. Busy, pretty darn busy, but that's okay. Another busy week coming up. Be working the elections Tuesday between 5 a.m. and 9 o'clock p.m., and that makes for a really long day when you're old and retired. Hi. Anyway, hopefully you guys have a great net. I'm not going to be able to stick around, but enjoy yourselves, and it's always being part of a net like this that makes amateur radio folks happy. You guys have a great net. 7-3. We'll turn it back to you. Net control. Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie.
Okay, Fred, that sounds good. Have a great night. Okay, let's go and talk to Mark. KG4 SCR. Hello.
Hey, good evening, Mike. I'll be here all night, talking on the 500 right now, if you can hear me. Okay, then I'll stay on it, otherwise I'll switch to the other radio. KG4 SCK, back to pre-net control.
Mark, I'll put it to you like this. You sound perfect. It's pretty much full quieting. Your audio is excellent. I wouldn't change a thing, man. So I'll go ahead and clear with KG4 SCR. And we have Mike in Monroe Falls. Whiskey Bravo 8 CXO. Hello. Mike, you sound fantastic.
Good.
Okay, Mike, I hope that you find your glasses. If you are like me, I keep every single old pair of glasses I've had for the last 40 years because I'm as blind as a bat, and if I don't have them on, I can't do much of anything. So I hope that you find them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey Bravo 860. If you would like to get onto the Sunday night edition of the net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
W8WKY.
Kilo Charlie 8 Echo.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf.
Well, we'll do it. KC8, Fox Queen Victor, KC8, FQV. Hopefully you guys are all still on your chairs now.
WD8MIU, Whiskey Delta 8, Mike, NJ.
Okay, I'll go through these latest people that like to get on our net. Let's go to KC8E. Let's see if Robert in Michigan is there.
I don't think I got a full call on that. That's all I got was KC8E, but I'm sure there was more than that. The station that first checked in, I need your full call sign phonetically, please. This is AB8MO.
My apologies to the net. This is Kilo Charlie 8 Echo Echo Yankee. KC8 EEY, Dave from East Sparta.
Okay, Dave, that looks good. So this is KC8EEY. Okay, Dave, are you going to go ahead and join us for the entire net tonight?
Well, sir, I'll probably be in and out. My intention is to be with you the rest of the night, but things are subject to change real quick here. Back to the net.
Okay, Dave, that sounds good. We'll put you on the list as in and out. You have a great night, and if you decide you want to join us, go ahead and do a recheck. So, okay, I'll go ahead and clear with KC8EEY. Let's go to KC5, Real Big Guns. Hello, Shannon.
Howdy, howdy, KC5 RBG. Turn this other one down a little bit. There we go. KC5 RBG, and just enjoying the night here. If you can't tell from all the screaming and yelling, Kenya's busy playing Fortnite. He just won a victory crown, which is out of 100 people, he became number one by eliminating all the other players. So that was a pretty big accomplishment. He's done it a couple of times now, and still busting a move out there. So I'll be hanging around for the big show, and I'll let you get on down the list. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. Back to net control.
Okay, Shannon, that sounds good. We are glad to have you and Kenyon on our net. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC5, Real Big Guns. Let's go talk to Mark in Aurora. KC8 FQV. Hello, Mark.
All right, KC8, Fox Queen Victor. Yeah, we'll stay for the show. This is a show, too. This is a net. This is the half-hour version of a net. This is the half-hour version. And everything. Yeah, we had a couple of gully washers come through. Well, I don't know. They were gully washers, but they were a lot of rain came real quick. It almost like a fire drop. And they dropped that water. It was about like happening, Yeah, we got TV switch up, going. So, that's why it sounds so good. That's why I said, I hope you guys are back all on your chairs still. And, we'll send it back to the net, KSFQV.
Okay, Mark, you sound great. In fact, your audio is quiet. Everything's good. So I'm sure you're going to be here for the entire net. So I'll go ahead and clear with KC8FQV. And let's go to Florida and talk to Warm Weather Wade. Whiskey Delta 8 MIU. Hello, Wade.
Well, I'm not going to bail out like Chuck did. I'm going to represent Florida and stay here. Won't be in and out tonight, but I will stay the full net and enjoy the trivia question, and everything goes with it. So thanks for doing the pre-net there, Mike, and you guys have a good net, and we'll be listening. WD8MIU.
Okay, Wade, that sounds great. We're certainly glad to have you. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey Delta 8 MIU. I had a couple that have come in through the blue screen. We have KA8MNT, which is Tom in Canton. Hello.
KB8OU, this is KA8MNT. Good evening, everyone. Well, I just thought I'd check in, so I'd give you a number. I've got to get up early tomorrow morning and go up near Brunswick and be there before 9 o'clock, so I may be checking in and out on the barometer net too, but I need to have a meeting here this evening with my pillow, so I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning. So with that, I'm going to say 7 threes. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep smiling. KA8MNT, back to AB8OU.
Okay, Tom, that sounds great. Have a great night and enjoy your pillow. I know I am tired too. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KA8MNT. Let's go to KE8VZA. Hello, Eric.
E8VZA. I am sticking around for the big show. Thanks, Sandy, for getting me on the list there. And back to pre-net control, KE8VZA.
KE8VZA. This is great, Eric. We're glad to have you. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Eric, and better go ahead and ID this thing before the FCC kicks in my door or something. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you'd like to join us for the net tonight, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Alpha 555, Julia Bravo.
Recheck.
Matt in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Question, KSFQV.
What time?
Whiskey 2, Juliet Lima, Sierra, W2JLS, John in Fairlawn.
Hey, KSFQV, a quick question for KMMT, KSFQV.
Okay, KC8FQV, go ahead and go with your question, please.
I know Tom's getting to go as Pell, but I had a guy out in California say, did I know W8MV? He's in Akron, and the guy asked me was Jim, or James, K7PZ. I was just wondering if Tom, how W8MV is doing. I'd seen him in the Canton QCWA Club, KSFQV.
KC8FQV, this is KA8MNT. That would be Mel Vi, and he's wrong. He's past president of the QCWA Chapter 21, and he's still very active with us. In fact, he just came back about a month ago from Alaska, from a trip up there. So, yeah, he's very much up and around. So, I'll send it back to the net, KA8MNT, back to AB8OU.
Okay, let's move on here. Let's go out to Tulsa and talk to Matt. AF5JB, hello, Matt.
Well, I appreciate it. Good evening to you and everybody else. How's on the net? Having a good week last week. Well, it was interesting. It's pretty good, too. I would have to take a day off and go to a concert the night before in Oklahoma City. But the main band canceled, but there were two other pretty good bands got to see, so that was interesting. We got to take a vacation for one day. I hadn't done that in a long time, so that was nice. And then I just kind of stayed down this weekend. Was done my chores, got my laundry done and everything, and went out to Series and played a couple of games there, and got done with that, and then went up to Hard Rock Casino, kind of hung around there for a little bit, and had a chicken burger, and then head home and had me beer and went to bed just before the storm rolled in there. So but kind of cooled down a little bit, but we still need that around here. It's clear skies here. Got a few clouds in the area. It's currently 86 degrees on the dashboard, so and that ain't too bad at all compared to what it was last week. I'll take it, but anyway, that's all I got. I know somebody else said that I want to come in, so City 3, I'm going to hear at 1. Thanks for having me on, and catch you on next time, and have a good safe work week as well. And stay cool and hydrated for the ones that are still hot out there. So, anyway, specifically once again, this is AF5JB, Matt in the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'll be clearing your final. Thanks again. I'll catch y'all next time.
Okay, Matt, just one question. Are you going to be here for the whole net, or are you going to be in and out?
Negative. I'm one and done. I appreciate it, though.
Okay, Matt, that sounds great. Go ahead and have a great night. I'll go ahead and clear with AF5JB. Let's go talk to John. Whiskey 2 JLS. Hello, John.
Good evening, Mike. Good evening on your ears, sir. I'm just moved into the radio room here and been outside after that last spell of rain we had over here in Fairlawn. Been kind of intermittent rain most of the day. It's a lot of fun. I like it. Does neat things to the sky when it's when the sun's going down. Yeah, I was outside. I was kind of putting in some seedlings for the late summer into fall and winter crop. I kind of dropped the ball on a lot of stuff in the springtime this year, so messing with that. And I've been listening to you guys, so count me in. I'm in for the really big show. Good to hear you out there, Mike. W2JLS, back to net.
Okay, John, that sounds great. Welcome to our net. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey 2 JLS. And I still have some time for a few more check-ins. If you'd like to join us tonight, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Whiskey 1 Bravo Kilo Zulu Pete in Burton, Ohio.
November Tango H Delta NTHD Dave and Copley. Please mark me in and out, Mike.
At 40 Catoosa, northeast of Tulsa.
Okay, could the last call please come again? I was having trouble understanding you.
KI-5 UIF Kilo India 5 Uniform India Foxtrot. Larry at Port Catoosa, northeast of Tulsa.
Okay, this is KI-5 UIF.
Affirmative. Kilo India 5 Uniform India Foxtrot. This is Larry.
Okay, I will go ahead and check with you. Then I'm going to go up and check with Whiskey 1 BKS. Larry, are you going to be here for the entire net?
Whiskey 1 Bravo Kilo Zulu Pete in Burton, Ohio.
Okay, we got the guy from Burton, Ohio, yeah, which is... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get on track here. Somehow I saw a squirrel and got off of it. Okay, let's go to Whiskey 1 BKZ. Hello there, Peter, in Burton.
This is Whiskey 1 Bravo Kilo Zulu 1 BKZ Pete in Burton. I'm just checking into the net. Like to hear what the trivia was. Maybe I'll try and answer it. Back to net control.
Okay, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey 1 BKZ Pete. Let's go ahead and Dave in Copley NT8D. You are in and out, but I figured I would tell you hi.
Thank you, Mike. You all have a terrific net. I'll listen for a little while to the scanner. I got to head to bed so I can get up and do barometer in the morning. Thanks for taking my check-in, and $73 NT8D.
Okay, Dave, that sounds good. Have a great night. Okay, we have Larry, KI-5 UIF. Hello.
Howdy and good evening to all. Glad to make it on tonight. Sometimes I don't get a chance to. There's 2 or 3 or 4 minutes between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Right here northeast of Tulsa. North of the Port of Catoosa, the most ice-free inland barge port, Mississippi area. Back to net control. Thank you much.
W8WKY.
Okay, Larry, just one quick question. Are you going to be here for the full net and do trivia, or are you in and out?
Well, I got to get some things set up here and do a little housework here before I go to bed. I'll be listening probably when I have a chance to get on. I appreciate y'all, though.
Y'all have a good evening and a great net. You're sounding good. Thank you much. KI5UIF. Be clear.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and give you a holler. If you're there, great. If not, have a great night. Okay, let's go out to Sperry, Oklahoma. KI5DAY, Alan. I'm sure you have a fantastic trivia question. Okay, Alan's probably on his other net yet. He will be here with a trivia. Okay, and we have KE8YUK. Hello there, Lucy.
Good evening, everyone on the net. This is KE8YUK. I have been fighting with Echolink on my computer and now NetLogger on my computer. So I have lost track of everything else that's going on, but I made it in. I'm going to be in for the show as long as I can make it work. I was falling asleep a lot today, and then I had coffee, so now I'm talking faster than I should be. So apologies in advance if you can't understand me. I also got new headphones for $4, and you can tell they're headphones for $4. So apologies if I mishear things in general. And I'm probably going to be multitasking with my crafts. But I am here, and I'll be here as long as I can. Back to you, Net Control.
Okay, now, Lucy, your $4 headphones sound fine, so I wouldn't worry about it. Hey, is Josh going to join us too?
He's yelling from the other room, insisting he's going to be here. He says he already checked in, but just to be clear, he is doing that. I am looking at the hole that he's drilling in the wall right now for our coax cable to our antennas. So he's multitasking as well, but he will be here, yes.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, my shift is over. I'd like to thank everybody. We had a nice, orderly check-in here. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo to KE8QKO. Nick and Nite, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mike, and fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. This is direct net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Net Control, first timer, Alpha 4, Golf Hotel Gus, home QTH, Southwest Florida, currently in Anchorage, Alaska. Good evening to all.
fantastic, Gus. Thank you. We got you in there. Alpha 4 Golf Hotel, checking in from Anchorage, Alaska, originally from Florida. I got to say, kind of sounds like a pretty good deal to me. It's pretty hot down there in Florida. It might be kind of nice to go up and cool off in Alaska on a vacation. All right. All right, so we're good to go. I was actually going to run through our list. I thought I had to run this preamble out a little bit because our alternate trivia master was busy, but he is now here. So we're going to go up first to AV&MO, Andy, for our main trivia question this evening. Andy, take it away.
All right. I don't know why I got a hum on my signal. Maybe it's because my clear node sometimes interacts with the microphone. All right. I did a best effort with this trivia question. It ended up being a lot more watery than I had hoped. But anyway, I think I shorted up enough that it will hold. Excluding tolls and tunnels and bridges, oh my gosh. What is the most expensive toll road in the U.S. per mile over its entire length? Again, excluding tolled tunnels and bridges, what is the most expensive toll road in the U.S. per mile over its entire length? Is it the Pennsylvania Turnpike, the Delaware Turnpike, Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway, or Chicago Skyway? That's A, B, C, D, respectively. Again, your answers are either the Pennsylvania Turnpike, Delaware Turnpike, Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway, or the Chicago Skyway. Maybe this question will get me fired once and for all. Back to net, AV&MO.
All right, I think it sounds like a fine question to me there, Andy. I've got a guess in my head. I'm going to hold off answering it for a little bit later, but my guess is likely not going to be what we've talked about recently in the past as far as turnpikes go. So leave it there for those that are interested. And next we go up to KI5DAY Alan to get our alternate question for the evening. Alan, take it away.
Hey, Nick, thanks a lot. Appreciate it very much. Nick at Nite. And yeah, this is KI5DAY Alan from Sperry, Oklahoma, just north of Tulsa, far north of Tulsa. Anyways, tonight's alternate trivia question, sorry, I had an Okie moment there. I'm over it, whatever that was. That I just lost it on the screen here. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, it is estimated that the total amount of McDonald's hamburgers sold every second worldwide is A, 148, 613, 75, or 3 times more per second than McWaldo beans. So I'll give those answers with letters this time. It is estimated that the total amount of McDonald's hamburgers sold every second worldwide is A, 148, B, 613, C, 75, or D, 3 times more per second than McWaldo beans. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. I have some questions about that as far as numbers go. Is that just the hamburger, or does that include like cheeseburgers and quarter pounders of cheese or anything like that? Is it all burgers, or is it just the plain McDonald's hamburger?
W8WKY.
It's burgers in general altogether, so it's like whatever combo of actual hamburgers. Not to include fish sandwiches, apple pies, Hamburglar toys, or none of that stuff. It all just is relative to burgers of any sort, but it is burgers. So yeah, you can just put them all together.
All right, thank you, Alan. I'm going to think on that one for a few minutes. But yeah, sounds like good business there. Okay, so we have run through our trivia questions. We've run through some check-ins for the BeaconNet. So we're going to run through our list of check-ins on the BeaconNet. This is KEQKO going through the list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. And we're going to start with WV3K. Phil, how you doing tonight, Phil? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
I can be honest with in saying that, first of all, to try to give an answer to Andy's, I'll be honest to tell you, many bridges I've gone over and stuff, and I haven't done much travel or vacation thing to know the difference. So I really don't have, I can pick an answer, but that doesn't mean I understand what I'm selecting. So I'm really ignorant with that, and that includes the other question, because I don't eat at McDonald's, so I how many hamburgers are sold, or how do they make the most, or whatever the question was. So I'm kind of like blasé on both the questions, but just want to say thank you for the wonderful efforts that you and the entire team are putting together, working peacefully, making it enjoyable for all, and it's a lot of fun. And I just want to ask you if you would quickly let me know. This is first I've turned the 991 on in probably about 2 years, so I want to know if my clarity is good, because the AF on my speaker is garbage. Everybody sounds like all the high frequencies are attenuated to a point where I can't hardly understand most of the people getting in. I can understand just Nick real well, but everyone's sounding muffled. Back to you, Nick.
Not a problem, Phil. Not a problem. Your 991 Alpha is coming in loud and clear for me, sounding great. So you can continue on with your transmission, sir.
Okay. I'm not happy with the audio, and I'm not sure just what that at this point, not having delved into that issue. But when I first got it, it was sharp. So. But the SP10 speaker that they have that goes along with that rig is a low-end speaker, and when I called them and asked them about that, they said, yeah, that's a garbage type of speaker, fortunately, but they mind charging about $179 for it. Anyway, so it's not being used. I'd probably have to do some mods or something to it, change the speaker, in fact. So anyway, I'm going to back over to you, Nick, and thank you for checking that on the send. I don't know what to say about the receive, but my 271 has got an extremely clear audio on everyone, so I know that the 991 is not holding up to speed on the AF. Back to net control. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
All right, Phil. Yeah, you're sounding good to me, so I'm not sure if anyone else. Of course, you're going into the repeater, and I'm hearing the repeater's transmission from you, so I don't know. I guess there could be something there, but I think you're sounding good to me. But thanks for checking in there, Phil. We got you down for a pass on the trivia question. And next we go down to K8 VKA. Josh. How you doing tonight, Josh? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Yeah, VKA here. Good evening, everybody. Good to hear you all tonight. I'm just sitting here running coax, like she said. Let's see, for the trivia. Oh, man. Sold every second, huh? Let's go with A, Alpha, for the alternate trivia. And then for Andy's question, let's go with Pennsylvania Turnpike, just because it's probably not, but I'm going to go with that. Just doing some projects around the house. Really happy I had some time to do some projects around the house this weekend. Got to have a date day with Lucy today. Went around to some garden centers, looked at plants, which I know nothing about. She was showing she was like, we have this plant and this plant and this plant in front of our house, and I was like, I never would have recognized. So Anyways, got my grounding rod put in the out the back here. I'll hook up the lightning arresters pretty soon, and hopefully pretty soon, in the next couple days, I'll have the vertical out in the chip. So I'm looking forward to that, and then I got to figure out how to get this HF antenna that we just built with the Sarah Club up in our trees here. So fun projects. I'm enjoying it, and had a lot of fun on that build project. So appreciate Jason. I think N8EI for putting that on. It was good to see everybody at the build, Nick, and a whole bunch of other folks. So with that, I'm going to send it back to the net. You'll have a wonderful evening, and thanks for letting me on here. This is AV back to Net Control. Nice to meet you at the Heaven Eyeball QSO with you too, Nick. Nice to meet you in person this weekend. All right, 7-3s, everybody.
All right, thank you there, or Josh. Sorry, I almost said the wrong name. We got you down there for Alpha and Alpha, and yes, it was very nice to see you and meet you as well. Good luck on your house. I've got to say, it's kind of I don't know, maybe a little embarrassing. You're already running coax out, trying to figure out how you're going to put those things up, and I haven't touched mine yet. I did some work around the house and got caught up on some chores that I've lacked on over the last month and a half. But that's what I did today, and of course the antenna build yesterday. Thanks again, definitely to Jason for doing that, and working hard to make sure we all got good resonant antennas out, or for those that wanted to test it. So definitely appreciate it. And next we're going to K8YUK. Oh, you know what, Josh? I'm going to say one more thing. When it comes to plants around the house and what your wife tells you about the plants, the best answer is yes, dear. Because I've been in that same boat many a times, and that's kind of what I do. I'm like, all right, you tell me what you want, where you want it, and that's going to be how it goes. But, anyway, that's what on to K8YUK. Lucy. How you doing tonight, Lucy, and what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Good evening, everyone on the net. I had my call sign up to Guess Who by your call sign K8QKO, and then I started looking at stuff online. So Josh took care of most of my traffic because that is what we did today. The cool thing is I don't know that much about plants, but I pretend to, and when you have a spouse who doesn't know a lot about plants, they believe you. So I knew most of what I was talking about, but I recognized you're so mad at me. You just feel that's terrible. No, I do know most of what I'm talking about, but when I don't, I just don't act like it, and I just cruise on through. So anyway, getting some ideas about what to put in the garden. I am very excited about plants that give a harvest, so fruit trees and herbs. But fruit trees right now are anywhere from $100 to $200, and I don't have that kind of cash, so I just look at it longingly. Otherwise, Betty's doing pretty well. She is learning how to roll over and be mad when she can't reach something. So she's doing well. I am looking on Pinterest to figure out how to make coasters out of pollen clay because I don't like having water drip on her furniture. And I feel like a real adult now because when I was a kid, I didn't get it, and now I am incredibly protected. As far as trivia goes, I would say as far as the alternative trivia, I don't know which to go with, but there are a lot of McDonald's and there are a lot of people in the world, so I'm going to go with B for alternate trivia, 613. And for Andy's trivia, I am also going to say the Pennsylvania Turnpike because I have been on it twice, once on purpose, once accidentally. And the accidentally time I was a little grouchy because I was told, we're going to go the scenic route to Erie, Pennsylvania. And we ended up not in Erie, Pennsylvania, but we made it out alive. So that's my 2 cents. I know Echolink limits me to 3 minutes, and I don't know how close I am to that, and I ramble a lot. So with that, I am going to wish everybody a good night, God bless, and have a fantastic rest of the net, and I'm going to pass it back to Net Control. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, Lucy. Got you down there for Alpha and Charlie. And I'll say, in my younger years, I used to use those old AOL CDs they'd send you in the mail for installing America Online. So many of the darn things, you could collect them from the mailbox and use them as coasters. But in my later years, if there's nothing else laying around, I'll tend to just fold up a paper towel and use that. Not very fancy. Though my wife maybe would prefer that I was. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for the comments there, and thanks for getting back to us. And next we're down to KE8 BHQ. Ben, how you doing tonight, Ben? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
KE8 BHQ. I'm doing pretty good. I think I heard a call sign AA4GH. That is a man from Alaska that I met on the DMR Talk Group 91 that I happened to say something about the Beacon Net to. So if you're still listening, Gus, I'd like to say hello. Other than that, it's been a good weekend. Went fishing, got a lot of work done around the house. Just did a lot of relaxing, but it's been pretty nice. As for trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha for the first question and Charlie for the second. That is about all I have, so I'll give it back to Net Control.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. Got you down there for Alpha and Charlie. And next we go down, oh yeah, and Gus did check in there. We'll get down to him later in the net. Maybe I'll have an answer for you there. But next we go down to KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How are you doing tonight, Fred? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, I'm just going to take a guess here, Rob, and say A for both the trivia questions, the alternate one and the official one. Yeah, the Guardians didn't fare too well with their series with the White Sox this weekend. However, they did find out that they have an expiring boxer coming up. Name of Jose Ramirez. Boy, I don't know if any of you have seen that. He decked a guy from Chicago, and then they had a good old-fashioned rhubarb. But guys were actually throwing punches in this one. The Guardians won the battle, but lost the war. Oh boy, what else to say? I was at the fair this week 3 times, and the first day I was there, we walked into a gate where they have a little building where they are collecting money for a memorial. Hold on a moment. A memorial for a tractor explosion that, the steam tractor that exploded, oh geez, going on 20 years ago now. I know many of you older guys will remember it. I discovered that they had newspapers out there. Well, they had some prizes that they were, drawing, raffling off, and they had, different prizes for people, donate to the cause and maybe win something, and trying to raise money to build this memorial. Well, I was looking at the newspapers they had, and I said, hey, they don't have the newspaper I was just looking at that morning that I had saved, after the explosion. As I say, many years ago now, steam tractor exploded. And I have the paper, so I donated. I really didn't want to do it because I collect these newspapers, historic events, and But what the heck? I gave them the paper, you know, with the promise that they would display it in the new building, the memorial building they're going to put up to remember those who were killed in that explosion. There's 4 people dead and over 130 injured. So, oh boy, sorry to, you know, create a downer for anybody, but it was just something that I remembered, and they needed that paper. I felt that they didn't have a paper, a local paper, you know, for immediately after the event. So I gave it to them. KE8QFC, back to net control.
All right, Fred, thank you there. We got you down for Alpha and Alpha, and it's good to take care of some of them at the fair and help the community. So definitely good there. Next, go down to KC5 CFY Ray. How you doing tonight, Ray? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KE8QKO K5CFY. Good evening, Nick at Night. Good to see all of the guys in there that put on the Beacon Net, Mike and Nick and Dustin and Andy and everybody. We appreciate it. Great net. My answer is going to be Alpha for the real trivia question, and for that idiot that comes in here and puts the alternate on there, I want to go with B for Bravo. But anyway, good to hear Mr. Uncle Fred in there. And, I want to make an announcement. Wednesday, right after the Morning Breaker Net kicks off with Dustin and Mr. Nick there, we have a new net controller that's going to be taking my place. The KI5OZZ, Miss Nancy, is going to be there. So hopefully a lot of you guys from Ohio that's talked to Miss Nancy will come and join her, and on the second hour on Wednesday. With that, I'll give it back to you, and now I'm feeling sorry for hurt Alan's feelings. Catch you later, K5CFY.
All right, thank you, Ray. And I guess I don't know if it's a demotion or just maybe a promotion. I'll have to do it. But we'll definitely look forward to hearing the Oz on here. Miss Nancy the Oz on Wednesdays during the second hour. I know she hasn't been on here very much in quite a while that I've heard, so it's nice to hear from her and see how she's doing and hear her on the net there. All right, we got down for Alpha and Bravo. Next we had WB4AIZ Chuck, who was in and out, and we had WA8KOC Fred, who was in and out, and we are down to KG4SCK. Before we go down to SCK, I'm going to say this is KAQKO on the WWKR repeater, where I'm going through check-ins from the Beacon Net. So KG4SCK, Mark, go ahead and take it away, sir.
W8WKY.
Hey, good evening, Nick. Good to see you yesterday. Fun building antennas with everyone. Straight to my trivia answers. Thinking Delaware is probably shorter, and it's a mathematical problem. I haven't been on the last 2 turnpikes. So, Alan's question, another good one. I guess I'll go with B on that one too. 613. And I was just looking through some notes on NetLogger Help and just found out filtering almost instant messages, it looks like you can blacklist somebody from your blue screen. So there's an interesting concept. KG4SCK, back to net control.
All right. right, thank you there, Mark. Touchdown for Bravo and Bravo. Yes, it was also good to see you yesterday. Nice to meet you face to face and have that eyeball QSO. And that's it then. That's why my blue screen's always empty. Oh well, maybe I'll have to try to fix that. Anyway, next go down to WB8CXO Mike. How you doing tonight, Mike? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? All right, Mike, got you down for Charles and Delta, and thanks for getting back those there. Next we had KC8EEY, Dave, who was in and out. And then we have KC5, Real Big Gun, Shannon. How you doing tonight, Shannon? What traffic do you have for that this evening?
Howdy, howdy. KC5RBG. Hey, it's been a pretty good day here. Pretty good day. Got up real early. My ex called me about 6:30 this morning, wanting to know if me and Kenyon wanted to go to breakfast. So we went and got her, and we all went to Jimmy's Egg. I don't know if y'all have them up there or not, but we have one down here. And we all had breakfast. Well, Kenyon didn't have breakfast. He had a cheeseburger, and but he said it was the best cheeseburger he's ever had. But not better than his mom's. And so he wants to go back next weekend. So we may have to do that. And then we came home, cleaned a little bit more house. Starting to get all those dishes done. And right now he's playing a little bit of Fortnite. Been doing really good too. Oh, what are you playing now? What are you playing now? Battle Royale. In what? Call of Duty?
Oh. What did you say?
Never mind. KC5RBG. And my answer for trivias are going to be the great state of Oklahoma. Hope everyone has a wonderful finish to their weekend and has a very blessed and wonderful week. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns, saying God bless. 73, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Got you down for the great state of Oklahoma, as always. I'm glad you and Kenny enjoyed your breakfast. And I'll say, cheeseburger for breakfast. It's breakfast time, it's still breakfast. So I'm glad he enjoyed that cheeseburger. And, yeah, I guess nothing's better than mom's cooking, right? That's the way life goes sometimes. So, anyway, you all have a great night. Enjoy your time together. Next, we're down to KC8FQV. Mark, how you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
All right. On Andes, I want to say Pennsylvania Turnpike. And on the other one, I didn't really hear it because for some reason the thing dropped. I just say C. So we'll do that. And, yeah, we're using DV switch. That's what we're using. DV switch. Thank Jason and all the tech gurus. So, now the next thing is I think, what I was wanting to know is that I just buy the app and then it gives me more capabilities like going into ones that are receivers or whatever. But we'll send it back to net, KCF-TV.
All right, thank you, Mike. Gosh, now for Alpha and Charlie. Yeah, I'm not sure about that app. I've never used it, so I can't tell you definitively. Usually, if you pay for the app, it gives you more features. So, however that works, that might be the case, but I'm not really sure, so I could not give advice on that. All right, this is K8QKO, the WWQI repeater, going through check-ins for the BeaconNet. Our next check-in was in and out, and that is KA8MNT Tom, which takes us down. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I missed one. I missed the highlighted one. I should have gone to that first. Next, we go down to WD8MIU. Wade, how you doing tonight, Wade? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, Nick, I'm a pretty big guy, hard to miss. That's all right, you caught your mistake, so I'm in here. I'm going to go with A and C, and golly, not much else going on. It's pretty hot here today, but that's why we have air conditioning. After it cooled down a little bit, or once the sun got a little less, then I went up to the pool and got cooled off up there and spent a little time up there, and then came home. Other than that, of course, went to church this morning, but other than that, it was kind of a quiet day. I watched the golf match during the hot part of the day, and trying to think of everything else now. Oh, I checked in on the order net and caught Nancy. Haven't heard her for a while, so it was good hearing her doing the net again. So, all right, I'm going to turn it back over to you and let you carry on with your list. WD8MIU, thanks for doing the net tonight. Back to you, Nick.
All right, thank you, Wade. Sounds like you had a good, relaxing day there. I don't think I caught your trivia answers. Do you want to come back with those real quick?
W8WKY.
Yeah, it was A and C. I said that right at the beginning. A and C, and I don't know if they're right, wrong, or indifferent, but hey, at least I made a guess. Go ahead.
Not a problem, Wade. Thank you. Catch down for Alpha and Charlie. Yeah, my bad. I didn't quite hear them, and I didn't see them in the net logger, so I was like, maybe I don't remember hearing them, but they were there. Anyway, thank you, Wade. Next, we're down to KA8MNT, who was in and out, and then we go down to K8VZA Eric. How are you doing tonight, Eric? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. Hi there, Nick at Night. Good to hear everyone out there tonight. Trivia question, for the main trivia question, I'm going to go with Bravo. And for alt trivia question, I'm also going to go with Bravo. And yeah, I peeked at Mark's answer sheet again. Don't tell anyone. Just wanted to say, what else? We had dinner tonight with the family. Went out to a restaurant in Berea, the Depot. Interesting. Had them back here at our house for dessert. It was a surprise birthday party for two in the group, and two of the people in the group are up from Brazil. They're friends of the family, and I got to see them as they tour the U.S. before they head back to Brazil. And what else? Good luck to Josh and Lucy with their antenna projects there and the other home projects that come with the new home. And hope everyone has a great start to the week. That's about all I have for now. Thanks, Nick at Night, Mike, and Andy for running the net tonight. This is KE8 VZA. Back to you, Nick at Night.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Our next check-in was AF5JB. Matthew, who was in and out. And then we go down to, there is W2JLS, John. Hi, dinner night, John. And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
This is W2JLS. Hey, Nick. I'm just hanging out in the radio room. I apologize. I've been sitting here. I listened to the pre-net, and then right around the tail end of the pre-net, a friend I met on the origins of this radio show from Oklahoma, who doesn't really get on the radio much anymore. He's down in Oklahoma. He called me kind of out of the blue, so I haven't been listening in. I did monitor the two questions on the blue screen, so I'll take a stab at those real quick. The alternative trivia question, I'm going to go with whatever the biggest number of burgers was. I think it was Bravo. It was like 600 and some a second. That sounds, it sounds crazy, but it's probably right. And then the other question about the toll roads, I don't know, but my buddy Bob, who I was on the phone with down in Oklahoma, is originally from Pennsylvania, so whatever choice had Pennsylvania Turnpike in there, I'll go with that. So those are my guesses. Thanks for having me in there, Nick. Sorry I wasn't listening in for the last 20 or 30 minutes here.
All right, not a problem there, John. We've all been there. I've been there myself. Sometimes I kind of zone out when there's traffic going through, but I try to listen most of the time. And it is what it is. Life goes and does its thing. So it looks like we got you down for Alpha for Pennsylvania, and we got you down for Bravo for the alternate question. So thanks for getting in there. Thanks for your trivia answers. Next we go down to W1BKZ Peter. How you doing tonight, Peter? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Good evening, Nick. Or is it morning? No, it's still evening. W1BKZ here in Burton. And I haven't checked into the Beacon Net very many times, but I'm a barometer netizen quite typically whenever the Allstar system is up and working. Can't get into the main route, so I have to go through Allstar. But that works pretty good. Thanks to Andrew, AB8MO. Now, would you please repeat the trivia question, because I just checked in just a minute, about 10 minutes ago, and I did not hear the questions.
Absolutely. It's always good to go back and reread those questions. So we'll go back up to AB8MO. Andy, can you reread the question for us, sir?
All right, Pete, you checked in a whole lot longer than 10 minutes ago, but I guess I can read you the trivia question again. Excluding tolled tunnels and bridges, what is the most expensive toll road in the U.S. per mile over its entire contiguous length? Is it the Pennsylvania Turnpike, the Delaware Turnpike, Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway, or Chicago Skyway? Back to net, AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. All right, we're up to KF5 DIY. Alan, can you read the alternate question for us, sir? KI5DAY. Alan, would you be able to reread that alternate question for us?
Andy's looking for. Might be the Skyway, but I'm going to go with Pennsylvania Turnpike. Been there, paid it. And I hit pretty close to the whole length. So it was a pretty long ride, but anyway. Second trivia, the other trivia question, I don't know what it is. So, if somebody could repeat that for me. We'll take it from there. Back to net.
Pete, I was actually just trying to call out to Alan, KI5DAY, and see if he can get that second question read for us so you can have that and answer both of them. All right, Alan, can you reread the question for us, sir?
KI5DAY. Sorry about that. Yeah, it helps to key up on a live mic. I was keying up on a dead mic. I was on the wrong radio. Love that. Okay, tonight's alternate trivia question is, it is estimated that the total amount of McDonald's hamburgers sold every second worldwide is A, 148, B, 613, C, 75, or D, 3 times more per second than McWaldo beans. KI5DAY, back to net.
W1BKZ, what's your answer for the alternate question, sir?
Let's go with whatever letter corresponds with 675. That's a lot of hamburgers. But I like McDonald's hamburgers. They're still using real meat as opposed to laboratory experiments. That's probably going to change in the near future, or whatever. Anyway, and for traffic for the net, I got an old friend back. I had sold my 991 FT 991A, which and I decided I wanted it back, and the fellow I sold it to hadn't used it yet, so okay, I gave him his money back, and I took the radio back, so I'm going to have fun playing with it. I didn't like it, but when I bought it, it wasn't the A model, it was just an FT 991, and I kind of accused Yahoo of, Yazoo, sorry, of false advertising about the spectrum analyzer or audio, but you can't have them both. The 991A solved that problem, so they made a modification. I guess they pulled the board and put another one in. It cost me $300 more, so I lost money on the whole thing. But anyway, at least it does it. So I'm going to refamiliarize myself with a pretty small radio, actually, for what it does. And anyway, other than that, nothing else to do. I'll see you all on the barometer net tomorrow. Well, this morning now. Yeah, no, it isn't. It's tomorrow morning, Monday. W1BKZ, back to net.
All right, Pete, thank you very much there. We got down for Alpha and Bravo. And I'm going to identify real quick. This is KEAQKO and the WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. Next, we had NTAD, Dave, who was in and out. And then we go down to KI5UIF, Larry. How you doing tonight, Larry? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? Kilo India 5, Uniform India Foxtrot, Larry. This is KEAQKO and the WWKY repeater. Looking to get your check-in for the Beacon Net. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Put KF5 UIF on my talk back to later list. Next we have the alternate master himself, the master of Cornwaldo whatevers, KI5 DAY. Alan, take it away with your, not traffic, I don't want to say traffic. Take it away with your comments.
KE8QKO. Well, that's a mouthful if you say that too fast. But yeah, thanks, Nick at Night. Appreciate it, and just having a good time in here as always. And usually chime in on the blue screen once in a while. I don't say a whole lot in there, but every once in a while I go ahead and type a little bit. Hi. But yeah, I'm always impressed with all the things that come up with. I think Eric has taken the cake tonight with Cornwaldo Beast. That's a good one. But yeah, all this talk and everything about the trivia, it's I really don't know much about the toll stuff up there. My guess, I think, was D, but it just sounds right because Chicago's out of control with the taxes and, well, it's just out of control in general. But anyways, that sounded like the right answer. But as far as the alternate trivia question, I was out in my barn here, and my cow got upset. He's behind me over here. I got to be careful. I don't want him to hear me again. But when we was talking about McDonald's hamburgers, he got a little upset. So, oh, yep, he heard me again. I'll let you have it back. KI5DAY, back to Nick.
All right, thank you, Alan. Got down for Delta for the primary question. And yeah, as far as taxes goes, it's not just Chicago. Some of those East Coast cities like that and states tend to be that way, like New York, Pennsylvania, and even Delaware, I think. So those are all pretty good choices. As far as cows go, just tell your cow. When my son was little, I used to take him to the butcher with me, and they have a little field next to the butcher where the cows live. And I'd be pulling the parking lot, and I'd say, right there, son, right there in that field, those cows are waiting in line to go inside and turn into dinner. So let's go inside and get some steaks. That's always a good time. All right, next we're down to AA4GH Gus. How you doing tonight, Gus? How's Alaska treating you versus Florida? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? Alpha 4, Golf Hotel. This is Kilo 8, or KE8QKO, the WWKR repeater. Do you have traffic for the Beacon net this evening? Please call back. All right, hearing nothing from Gus there, we're going to go ahead and move down the list. Next, we had KI5TAQ Taco Tim. How you doing tonight, sir? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Oh, good evening, everybody on this net here. As far as anything to think about, not much to think about right now. As far as trivia questions are, I'd say main trivia question, I'm going to go with D. And for the alternate, well, I think I'm going to go with D. That's my answers, and I'm sticking to it.
there. Thank you very much. Got another for Delta and Delta. Appreciate you taking it in there. And next we had KD2 HCE Chris, who appears to be in and out based off of NetLogger. And that puts me at the bottom of my list. This is K8QKO, where I am ready to take check-ins on the WWKY repeater for the BeaconNet. Anyone who would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KD8QOL, Kilo Delta 8, Quebec Oscar Lima. This is Keith over here in Kenmore. And I'm just listening, so I'll be checking in and out. 73 to you and everyone else on this fine net.
K2DY.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I had KD8QOL. There was some other traffic on there. Oh, K3DY. All right, perfect. Got you in there, Anton. And so that puts us, we have 2 check-ins. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
I think somebody's just screwing around.
All right, that's a couple of check-ins there. We'll take them as we get them. We had KD8QOL Keith, who checked in and out, and then we have K3DY Anton, who did not check in and out. Anton, can you want to come back with your traffic for us, sir?
W8WKY.
Was that possibly me? Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee?
All right, looks like we got a couple of check-ins there. We have Victor Kilo 3 Delta Yankee, or Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, I think is what we really should have there, if I'm correct. And we had K5 CCP Patrick, so anyway, Victor Kilo 3 Delta Yankee. Is that correct call sign for you? Oh,
Contact.
KJ7 UIV. Anybody out there?
All right, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater. I have an additional check-in, KJ7QYB, Joshua checking in there. Joshua, go ahead and hold up. Anyone else who would like to check in, please hold up for a moment. I'm trying to reach, I have Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee on my list. My NetLogger has Victor Kilo 3 Delta Yankee. I want to confirm the call sign. So the Victor Kilo station, come back with your call sign again, please.
Yes, this is Vic Kilo 2 Delta Yankee. I'm in New South Wales, not Victoria. V2DY.
All right, thank you, Robert. That's what I thought I heard, but that's not what I saw, so I want to make sure I clarified all of that for our logging here. We've got that sorted out. So, let me run through this. I have 4 check-ins right now. I have KD8QFL, Keith in and out. I have K3, oh, that's not even on the list on NetLogger. I have K3BY Anton. I have Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee Robert. I have K5CCP Patrick. And I have KG7QYB Joshua. Are all of those correct? If I missed you on that list, please say your call sign now. All right. I saw some activity, but I heard nothing, so I'm going to run through my list real quick of how the order that I have them versus what NetLogger has, and we should be able to cover everybody. So first I'm going to go with K3BY Anton. Anton, if you're out there and you'd like to get in with the net and share your traffic, please call now.
That was a typo. It was VKUDY. VK2DY, sorry. What I typed in, I did not hear the Victor when I initially typed it in the first time. So it's been corrected on NetLogger. On my end, I don't know why. If it's not updating, it's NetLogger's fault at this point, AB8MO.
Oh, not a problem, Andy. Thank you very much for letting me know. I keep a separate paper log as I go through my check-ins once the beacon net starts up, and that's how that got on there. It showed up on NetLogger, and I probably wrote it down because sometimes people check in with the blue screen. I don't see them, but they get in there, so that's kind of how I go. That just keeps my sort of log going for, the FCC should that need ever arise, and that's kind of what I do with it. But I got them off there. And next we go down to VK2DY Robert. How you doing tonight, Robert? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Yes, good evening to you. Good afternoon from here. It's a little after 1 p.m. on Monday. It is Robert, Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee in Cellular Ridge, New South Wales, but all part of the urban sprawl that is Sydney. It is 16 degrees Celsius, which is 61 Fahrenheit, and probably not going to get any warmer than that today. It's overcast. The sun was out earlier, but the sun's overcast. So I think it's just going to be a cool winter's day here. And those are winter temperatures for Sydney. Other than that, the Matildas play the World Cup women's team. I guess they play in Brisbane, I think. So at least they don't have to deal with the cold, overcast weather here. So it's good for that. Other than that, not a whole lot else happening down here, really. It's sort of end of winter. People are looking forward to spring, but life goes on down here. As far as the questions go, I'm going to have to go, let's see. Well, Pennsylvania is sort of the obvious one. I think their turnpike has got to be more expensive, almost more expensive than us, I think. And that's saying something. And as far as the other question, the 600 sounds a little large, so I'm going to go with Alpha, I think, on that one, just because I don't think the 600 is possible. VK2DY, back to that.
All right, Robert, thank you. Those are some fine winter temperatures. We don't get those here. Definitely much cooler. Thanks for getting in there. And, yeah, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I think the trick to Andy's question, though, is the per mile. he said per mile, not the highest cost. So I think that might be the trick to the question where he's getting us. Still have my thought in my head. I'm going to hold off for a little bit before I toss it out there. I appreciate you getting back to us there, Robert. And next I'm going to go down to KJ7QYB Joshua. How you doing tonight, Joshua? What traffic do you have for the net this evening? Kilo Juliet 7, Quebec Yankee Bravo. Joshua, do you have traffic for the Beacon net this evening? All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps Joshua had to step away. Maybe there was some confusion with the check-ins. I don't know. Next on my list, I have K5 CCP Patrick, who is in and out. And we are down to a check-in for the blue screen with VK3 HJQ John. Hello, John, and what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Hey, good afternoon from down under, VK3 HJQ. Oh boy, Norman New Zealand just sent me a video on Skype, but he ordered a couple little heat sinks for his Raspberry Pi, and they sent him this box, must be a foot square, and Norm opens it up and the four heat sinks in the bottom of this huge box. Oh, I spewed myself laughing. Anyway, yeah, US got done. Yeah, they got, who beat them? Somebody beat them last night. They were a bit cheesed off. What is it, FIFA World Thingo Cup where the girls are playing. Australia nearly got kicked out, but they're in. I don't know. I think they're playing Denmark tonight or something. I don't know. My wife's been following it. Anyway, apparently the US were the reigning champions for Dockey's ages, so I'd say maybe a bit cheese. I think it was a bit of a something about a goal, and it went in and it didn't go in, and everybody was complaining. But bad luck for the US, I suppose. First time they got booted out. And the answer to the questions, haven't heard the questions, but I'll go with the default answer. C for Charlie, and if you haven't had it B or what Robert said, that sounds fine too. Okay, Trace, JQ, back to that.
All right, thank you, John. Thanks for getting with us there. And I think what you guys said we got down there for Charlie was the first one. What was the second trivia question answer that you had for us? VK3, HGQ, KAQKO, I think we had you down for Charlie for your first answer, and I didn't quite hear the second answer. If you want to come back and confirm the first one and repeat your second answer, I'd appreciate it. KAQKO.
Yeah, from VK3, sorry to step away. I don't know what the questions are, so I have no idea. C for Charlie for both, is that possible? I don't know. I don't know what the questions are, over.
Oh, yes, sir. We can push that for Charlie. But you know what? Let's go back up and reread those questions. I've only reread them once, so we can reread them again. ABNMO, this is KEAQKO. Would you reread the first question for us, sir?
All
Night. This is AB8MO. I know that John, I heard him say that he didn't hear either one. That's why I don't know how you got C in there. But anyway, I will gladly reread it. No additional charge. Excluding tolled tunnels and bridges, what is the most expensive toll road in the U.S., the United States, per mile, contiguous, I might add, over its entire length? And your answers are either the Pennsylvania Turnpike, Delaware Turnpike, Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway, or Chicago Skyway. Back to Nettie, B8MO.
Yeah, okay, Trace, I have no idea, so I'll just go with my default answer, C.
All right, thank you, John. Got John for Charlie there, but we have one more for you. One more that might be a little more applicable to your part of the world. Let's go up to KI5 DAY Allen to see if he wants to reread our alternate question for us.
KI5DAY in the net. I would love to. Okay, here's tonight's alternate trivia question. It is estimated that the total amount of McDonald's hamburgers sold every second worldwide is A, 148, B, 613, C, 75, or D, 3 times more per second than McWaldo beans. Hi. So again, it's estimated the total amount of McDonald's hamburgers sold every second worldwide is A, 148, B, 613, C, 75, or D, 3 times more per second than McWaldo beans. Back to you, KI5DAY.
Okay, Trish, I don't know what McWaldo beans are. I have no idea. So which one had the most? 613. I think that was B. Yeah, so I'll go for B for Bob.
All right, thank you there, John. I think if I got you right there, we got you down for Charlie and Bravo. So good to hear how you're getting with us. And yeah, the McWaldo beans. That's a play on a Cornwaldo bean, which is on a fictional character on a repeater that we like to enjoy. Though don't tell our other net controller Just Nick about that. He thinks he's real, but we don't want to spoil that for him. Anyway, thanks for getting in there, John. Appreciate it. And with that, you know what? I mentioned our Just Nick, but I'm going to go back to our list of net controllers tonight. We're going to start with KE8 QWE Mike. How you doing tonight, Mike? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Kilo Echo White Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to keep from falling asleep. I went to a family reunion. It was in Ridgewood, Ohio, which is, probably half hour, 40 minutes west of Columbus, Ohio. And I ate basically a Merck's container ship full of food, so I've been in a coma the entire day. I came home and I did sleep some, then I got up and got ready and I got on the net. So overall, I am doing good. Trivia. Okay, I keep wrestling with this thing, but I'm going to go with D. The Chicago Skyway toll, I'm telling you, you go about a mile, you stop and you throw in change or something. You go another mile, then you stop and you throw in change. That thing has got to be the most expensive thing per mile I have ever rode on. So it's like, I'm going to go with D. Okay, the alternate, I think I'm going to go with A. I don't know why. I'm just going to go with that. So, everybody, have a great night. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8 QKO. See you later, everybody.
All right, thank you, Mike. Got you down there for Delta and Alpha. Yeah, I've only driven on one of those turnpikes before, so that's all I have to compare it to. But Mike, the answer will come out here in a moment. Next, we go down to KD8 SLG Just Nick. How you doing tonight, Nick? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
This is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon netizens. Only a couple of Nicks in here tonight. I think Nickelodeon is in Japan. That's pretty cool. So we're missing one of them, so I can't do the so many Nicks, so little time thing. Great seeing you yesterday, Nick, by the way, and a few others in here as well. We had a good time, and I'm happy to know that I was not the only person to get a 20 SWR on my antenna build that KB8 Allen K graciously built for me. The T-Rex arm was not going to cooperate. Oh, let's get trivia before I get completely forgetful. Andy, I'm going to go with Chicago on that one. Mike convinced me there with his blurb. Sorry, that was my phone. And, oh man, the McDonald's thing. Yeah, I think 648 is too many, so whatever the other one is there is going to be my honest answer. You know, I usually regale all of you with some archival knowledge from the Cornwaldo Bean archives, but I got to tell you tonight, there's an inverse relationship between my ability to access the Cornwaldo Bean archives and the amount of opioids in my system, and my shoulder started screeching at me about an hour ago, and therefore accessing the Cornwaldo Bean archives is a little beyond me tonight. We'll try to bump it up for next week, hopefully. This is KD8SLG, back to net control. 73, all y'all.
All right, thanks, Nick. Thanks for getting with us there, and yeah, I definitely hope your shoulder feels a little bit better after all that. Probably doesn't feel like anything at this point, but hopefully it starts to feel better for you here soon. And next we get on to KD8 EPC, the living Sasquatch of Medina as he's running away from fireworks. Dustin, go ahead and take it away.
W8WKY.
KQKO and the net, this is KD8 EPC. I missed the trivia. I have no idea, so just mark me down as the answer. Cornwaldo Bean. Don't have much for you. Watch the fair fireworks tonight. The Medina County Fair is officially over. That's 178 years in the books. With that, I'll turn it back to net control. Say 73 and have a good night, all. KD8 EPC back to net control.
All right, Dustin. Yeah, we reread that a few times, and it's been all over the blue screen. I know you're in the blue screen before and after it was posted, but that's okay. We'll give you a pass tonight. You're on break. And anyway, with that, before we get on to Andrew, who's probably going to read us the answer for the primary question tonight, I'm going to say my answers for the question are Bravo, Delaware. I'm not going to be swayed by Mike. I'm going to go with my original thought of probably Delaware. So Mike's probably right. It probably is Chicago. And my alternate question, I'm going to go with Alpha 148. I did some quick math on my little notepad and in my head for whatever it's worth, if I'm right or wrong. And if the math is right, it looks like they're selling about 18,000 an hour at 148 per second, and 432,000 per day at 148 per second. So to me, that seems like a pretty solid number for Microsoft. I don't know what's wrong with me. For McDonald's to sell cheeseburgers. So that's what I'm going to go with. It's going to be Bravo and Alpha. And next we're down to AB8MO, Andy, who can go ahead and give us his comments and then pause and read us the answer for the trivia question.
All righty. I think everything reset there. Let me make sure I'm coming through. I think I'm coming through. Well, I don't know. I'm at 5, so I can't hear 39. So I trust you're getting this. All righty. Excluding tolled roads. Let me start over. Excluding tolled tunnels and bridges. What is the most expensive toll road in the U.S. per mile over its entire length? And I had to add contiguous. Pennsylvania actually Turnpike services many different roads, so from one end to the other as far as you can drive and be continuously tolled. Okay, your answers were either Pennsylvania Turnpike, Delaware Turnpike, Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway, or the Chicago Skyway. And here is the answer. Actually, two people got it right. I didn't make it as easy this time. It looks like Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway in New York. That's 7.96 miles long. Cost drivers $2.51 per mile, and it's the costliest toll road per mile in the U.S. The Delaware Turnpike in Delaware. Pennsylvania Turnpike is only 26 cents per mile. Hold on. Let's see here. And the Chicago Skyway, it is kind of pricey, only comes out to $1.18 per mile. Let's see here. And for a bonus, the highest single toll for a passenger vehicle at $124.90 is indeed on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. If you start at the western portal in Ohio all the way to the end of the northeast extension, which goes somewhere up there near Wilkes Barre, without an easy pass, it'll cost you a chunk of change. So there you go. So I guess the real answer would be C, Whiteface Mountain Veterans Memorial Highway. Back to net, EB8MO.
All right, Andy. Thank you for another fine question and yet another fine reason to not appreciate the state of New York, in my opinion. Anyway, next we go down to KI5DAY. We'll get that alternate question read for us with the answers. Alan, would you give us the answer to the alternate question this evening?
A lot of thoughts going through my head. KI5DAY. And a lot of those I probably shouldn't share, like Pee Wee Herman. There's a lot of things about me you just shouldn't know. Yeah, I kind of get that. But anyway, by the way, hats off to Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman. He passed away this past. Man, that movie, I tell you, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Wow. Anyways, with that, let me let this drop, and I'll read tonight's alternate trivia question and get the answer. All right, tonight's alternate trivia question. It is estimated that the total amount of McDonald's hamburgers sold every second worldwide is, actually the answer is, if you guessed C, 75, you would be correct. Okay, and I know that Nick, you tried to do some math on that. But basically what I found in my research, I spent a lot of quality time researching this, It says on average, McDonald's sells 2.5 billion hamburgers every year. That equates to 75 McDonald's hamburgers sold every second, or 6.5 million hamburgers each day. And I think at this moment we should probably take a moment of silence for the cows. Okay, moo, sorry cows. With that, back to net control, KI5DAY. Thanks for playing.
All right, Alan. Thanks for a fine question, and thanks for making me look silly with my math, because I must have forgot to multiply like minutes by hours or something, and missed a step in my quick math. But my excuse is I'm also running a net, so I was kind of trying to do that partially in my head, partially writing down, partially listening to the comments, and responding to everybody. So I'll take a pass. Whether I get it or not, I'll take one. Thank you for another fine alternate question there, Alan. Appreciate it. And that puts us at the bottom of our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. This is KAQKO, where I will take some additional after trivia question check-ins for the BeaconNet. So anyone who'd like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Also, this will be our last round of check-ins. So make it count.
At control, here is Kilo Lima 7 Foxtrot Romeo, Mike in Willow, Alaska, KL7 Frozen Radio.
All right, KL7 Frozen Radio, Mike. Thanks for making it out, making it there, friend. I always like to try to count on one last check-in once we finish reading the trivia questions out, and you kept me alive. You kept me alive a little bit longer tonight. So let's go ahead with your comments, sir.
Well, hello, Nick, and hello to all the Beaconeers. Been another cloudy, drizzly day here in Willow, Alaska. Been getting some sunny days lately, though, so a little bit of summertime. And not much else. I didn't catch the whole net, just off and on. I was monitoring, well, multitasking, but it was an interesting net, interesting topic. And I think it costs more than that to drive a mile anywhere in Alaska. Hi. All right, well, thanks for taking my check-in, and glad I could make it in and get in on the log, and hope everybody has a great week coming up. 7-3 to all the Beaconeers from KL7FR in Willow, Alaska. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thank you for getting in here, and sorry about the dreary day in Alaska. I guess on the bright side, you can, maybe the dreary days will go away and those will be snow-filled days here soon. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for getting in there, Mike. We always appreciate hearing from you. And that's at the bottom of my list, and like I said, one round of check-ins. So, before we close, I have a quick announcement. Take me out to the ball game on Saturday, September 2nd, starting at 7:05 p.m., Join us for a Sarah-sponsored baseball event in Cabell Park in downtown Akron for the Bowie Bay Sox versus the Rubber Ducks. Tickets are $12 each, and it is a fireworks night. You can get more information on the www.kyy.org events page. See the future Guardians stars as they earn their way to the Major League. And on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8QWE, KD8SLG, KE8EPC, and AB8MO, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beaconette, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater every morning at 7 a.m., except for Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.